Welcome to another episode of 𝙙𝙤𝙤 with 𝙙𝙤𝙤𝙩. What do you do when you don't feel like doing anything? I'll start by using myself for an example. So last week I didn't feel like doing anything. I didn't feel like studying, I didn't feel like praying, I didn't feel like reading my Bible. I just didn't feel like doing anything at all. Even on Women's Day, I didn't feel like writing. It just felt like there was no inspiration. It felt like there was nothing to write. I shouldn't even just make an attempt. But you know the funny thing? When I lay down and I was asking myself, for how long are you going to continue giving this excuse of not feeling like doing anything? And for how long are you going to keep listening to your feelings? And it struck me that every time we keep saying we don't feel like doing a particular thing, this is except if maybe you are not feeling fine or something, but if all is well with you and you just don't feel like doing anything, I realized it is an indirect way of procrastinating, because you keep saying you don't feel like doing that particular thing now, and you keep waiting for when you feel like doing it. And when that time actually comes, you realize that you have lost time. And it's also another way of giving excuses. It's another way of just putting what you would have done now, and then you just keep shifting it to whenever it is that you feel like it. So I told myself, Maddie, you don't feel like doing anything. What can you actually do? So I said, okay, you're not feeling motivated to write anything right now, but let's just try and see if truly we can actually just come up with something for Women's Day. Then I picked up my phone and I started typing. And I was so shocked to see the piece that I prepared. It was in less than 10 minutes. I got something wonderful. And one of the lines that even stood out for me was that, for the fact that you are a woman, that in itself is an advantage. And I'm like, where did this come out from? I thought I didn't feel like doing anything. So I learned that when I don't feel like doing anything, I should actually do what I ought to have done at that time. When I tell myself I don't feel like reading my Bible yet, that's the time to read my Bible. I don't feel like praying, that's the time to pray. I might not necessarily just be up and I'm walking everywhere and I'm praying, but I can lie on the bed right there and I start praying. And before you know it, I actually just feel like sitting up to eventually pray. So I realized that if I don't feel like doing anything, I should do what I have to do and my feelings will catch up with me. And that's exactly what happened. You know, when I finished writing about Women's Day, I already felt like writing something about ticking boxes. And you would be amazed at how much of a blessing that piece was. It's on my Facebook, 𝙙𝙤𝙤𝙩. Like, I was so amazed, and I'm like, oh, this one, you've not been feeling like doing anything. All this thing is inside of you, and you are there saying you don't feel like doing anything. So this is me telling you, stop listening to your feelings. Of course, this is except if you are not feeling too well, which is understandable. But there is nothing wrong with you. All is well. Stop listening to those feelings. That feeling that is like you don't feel like writing, you're not feeling motivated, you feel all blank, you feel all this and that. Don't listen to those feelings. Do what you have to do at that moment. Your feelings will catch up with you. And the funny thing about the way our feelings work is that once you challenge yourself, you're like, girl, guy, get up, let's do this thing. You realize that in the process, you actually begin to find that thing interesting to do. So stop waiting till you feel like doing something before you do it. Just start. Your feelings will catch up with you. Please, it's not an excuse. You don't feel like doing something. Get up and do something. There you go. That's my solution. When you don't feel like it, that's the time to do it. I hope this blessed you, and I hope this has answered somebody's question. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, remember to share, remember to subscribe. You may have someone on your list that has been whiling away time and giving the excuse of not feeling like doing anything and has indirectly been procrastinating what the person would have been doing. So do well to share this video. I'm sure it's going to bless the person. Thank you so much. In my next video, I have some questions on relationship and marriage that I'll be answering. So far, so good. Everything has been categorized into just 2 questions. So I'm going to answer a question in each video. You wouldn't want to miss it. Kindly subscribe. See you next time. Bye.